Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Lexi and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lexi's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. He keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You'll be introduced to your new training equipment today on Lexi's graduation. Now she's laying down very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Lexi heel. Now keep your eye on where Rich has his hands placed, because it's very important to maintain control when you're on walks and even in your home. If you're having guests or she's distracted, you're going to be using your training equipment to keep her under control. And it also lets her recognize that you're the alpha, not she. And she's a dog that needs that. So when you're walking with her, she should be walking with her shoulders next to your left leg, not forging ahead. She should be focused on you. You saw her look up at Rich. This is your sit-stay. It is a hand and a voice command. And because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Start out at about 30 seconds and then slowly work up. Your ultimate goal in the next several months will be 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, as an additional distraction, he walks all the way around her back to where they started, and they take off heeling again. Very nice heeling skills. If Rich turns, she should turn. She should stay right there next to you. When you stop, she should sit. It's hot and miserable out here today, so she's wanting to lay. But Rich told her sit, and that's what she has to do. Now this time, instead of returning back to her like he did before, he's going to demonstrate the come on command. It's Lexi, come, and she should come and sit. And then he tells her, good girl for a good job. And you can have a lot of fun. Once you get familiar with the commands, mixing them up, making them fun, it's a good quality time for you to spend with your dog. She's exercising her brain, and it's quality one-on-one time with her. Rich will call her again out of this. Now you don't hear him because he's saying it very softly, so she doesn't get over-amped. Because our goal with her is to have her be more settled, more focused, less reactive, all of those things. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. The long down stay can be practiced right in your apartment. And Rich corrected her because she had her nose on the ground. And that's always a prelude to getting up. Practice right indoors on these really hot days. When Rich returns back, he walks all the way around just as he did on the sit-stay. He stops at her shoulders, and then he tells her to heel again.
Down, stay.
Very nice. We've worked her around other dogs, and she has been perfect. I think we sent you a picture of her outside with another dog. Rich calls her out of that down. Brings her in and has her sit. Aussies are very smart. They're just very instinct driven as well. And that's what sometimes makes it difficult to train with them. And you have to make her, if she puts the brakes on and doesn't do it, which they typically do when the camera's on, you have to tell her, no, sit. This is your down from a distance. So Rich had left her in a sit stay, turned to face her, used his right hand to give the command and to tell her to down. Now we've demonstrated for you all of Lexi's formal on-leash obedience commands. She has come a very long way, and Rich will spend time talking with you, answering any questions that you have and making suggestions. We want to thank you very much for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we know you're excited to get her home.